So this is what we've shared with you around the trade services PIM core implementation. The purpose is that essentially this is an aggregation of goods and products and various types of kits that can be provided to MRO, B2C, B2B companies as a single database that has everything and all the attributes normalized, which is extremely rare in this industry, so that it's easy to pull information for these companies. And that's really what trade services is absolutely able to offer its members. So the point here is that when we're able to build these things for an organization, they can be used by any industry. Eric's just going to step through for us what we just showed you.
Thank you, Rob. So basically, we were able to see the trade services data structure, how we dealt with the categories, the B2C, B2B pricing, and how we calculated the data completeness and many other attributes that we have in the original spreadsheet. There is one thing that we didn't talk too much about, which is the time it will take to load too many records. There are a few strategies for this, but it will depend on the final number of records that we may need to load. We also mentioned that we can have different prices for the different stores that we may have in PIMCore. We also mentioned that there are some rules that we can apply to this pricing, such as customer groups, such as sales that will start on any given date and on any other particular date, for example, Thanksgiving specials or Christmas specials as well. And we also may have different pricing for customer groups. So once the user is registered, we can assign this user to a customer and to a customer group, And once we create a product, we may assign special pricing for this customer group. Those are some of the rules that we can apply. We can apply rules by quantity, rules by some other customer attributes, or even some other product or cart attributes. We also talk about the search module, how it works in the front end, how it works in the back end. We also mentioned that it's different from any other platform that's out there, those particular features, because they search on every object that we have in the system, rather than having to go to the category listing and then apply filtering or searches on that listing. But we have this tool that will allow us to search throughout PIMCore and return any results that are related to our criteria. But one important thing is that we could connect to an Elasticsearch engine or a Solr search engine in order to perform the searches. The requirements will vary depending on the amount of records or objects that we may deal with. But what we saw today is the default PIMCore and Core Shop functionality. So that's something that we wanted to show you. For product refinable attributes, we were able to see how we dealt with the schema that was coming from trade services data sheet. And we also saw how we were able to assign those attributes in a more efficient way than having those 23 attributes, names, and values hard-coded into a table or something like that. So I think it's a strong point for us to be this flexible. That will allow you to have pretty much any kind of data or attributes related to a product without the limitations of maybe 23 attributes. We also mentioned how the category drill down is set, how it was reflected in the UI through the path that gets created to a particular product and through the drop-down menus that we have in our layout. So that's how we guide the user to a particular product category. And that's how a user can know exactly what the category path is for any product that the user may be watching at any time. We were able to see the short description built into the system, and we were able to see it in action in our front end, as well as the features and benefits that we have for each product. We were able to see how we could handle multiple images, the images that can be added into the product. We also may have 360 degrees images added or linked to a product. We didn't see that today, but we can have that. We also can have multiple documents and videos that may be attached to a product or even to a kit. And we saw how those get displayed in our user interface and how the video gets rendered in the product detail view. As for kitting, we were able to see how we could create kits based on existing products, so we don't have to reprocess or duplicate the data that we have already in the system. How it looks when we browse to it, the special pricing, we saw how we can specify price for any of the stores. We were able to see how we can have a different SKU number for this product, a different description, a different name, a different short description, and a different field with features and benefits. So our kitting capabilities are also very flexible. And that is all I had for today. Thank you very much.